Yesterday, we talked about frequency and we understood that frequency is your emotional baseline, frequency is your repeated internal state, and that frequency is the pattern that your nervous system lives in. Today, we go one step further because frequency doesn't just affect how you feel, it affects what becomes visible, reachable, and available in your life. So this state is referred to as your vibrational state. So now let's discuss the core differences of frequency and vibration. Frequency is your internal state, while vibration is how that your internal state interacts with reality. This is same energy but different function. To further break this down, frequency is the rate of vibration. Frequency is just like the measurement for vibration. Everything around you is at a state of frequency. For example, I want to run from my house to the market. So, me running, that is me vibrating. I am vibrating to the rays. So, my leg moving back and forth is vibration. While the number of time my leg moves per second is frequency. I will be vibrating higher if I am moving faster, yeah? While I will be vibrating lower if I am moving slower. If I am vibrating higher or I am vibrating lower, I am still in a state of frequency. But if I am moving my leg faster in respect to a second, that means I am vibrating higher. But if I am moving my leg slower with respect to a second, that means I am vibrating lower at a lower frequency. Now, let's talk about how vibration filters reality. Vibration doesn't magically pull things in, no, it filters what you can see. At higher vibration, your system notices opportunity, timing, openings, and connections. While at lower vibration, your system scans for threats, risk, loss, and control. What you see changes what you choose, and what you choose builds your life. That is why it is important to vibrate at an higher frequency. So now let's talk about why two people see different worlds. This is why two people can be in the same room, same economy, same moment, and live completely different realities. One sees opportunity, but the other sees danger. One sees expansion while the other sees survival. Notice that nothing external changed here, but their vibration did. Now let's discuss vibration with respect to possibility range. Vibration doesn't decide what you get, no. Vibration decides how many opportunity you get. It decides how many options exist at all. Higher vibration creates range, while lower vibration collapses it. This is not punishment, no, it is reward because that's the capacity at which you vibrate. Let's do a comparison between survival mode and expansion mode. Low vibration narrows choice. You don't choose what's best, you choose what feels safest. You don't move forward, but rather you manage damage. High vibration, on the other hand, widens choice. You can delay gratification, you can tolerate uncertainty, you can see beyond urgency. This isn't optimism, no, it is bandwidth. Let's discuss the frequency lock principle. So here's the principle. You don't attract what's higher than your vibration. You attract what you have the emotional capacity to hold. More responsibility requires more regulation. More opportunity requires more stability. And more expansion requires more nervous system safety. You might ask, but why does manifestation feels inconsistent? This is why people say it worked once then stopped. Their desires rose, but their capacity didn't. Their vibration couldn't sustain what showed up, so their system self-corrected. This is not to punish, no, but it is to stabilize. This is just like you trying to power a city with just a mere generator. It's impossible, right? Let's talk about the simple formula that relates vibration. So here's the equation. Vibration is directly proportional to options, which is also directly proportional to expansion of reality. A higher vibration will lead to an higher options, which will then lead to higher reality contracts. This, my friend, is not spirituality. No, it is mechanical. Know this. You aren't manifesting things, no. You are manifesting versions of yourself. Your vibration doesn't bring you what you want, no. Your vibration brings you what you can handle. Yesterday, we talked about what sets the baseline. Today, you are seeing what the baseline unlocks. Frequency determines the signal. Vibration determines the range. Together, they determine your reality. Raising your vibration isn't about chasing highs, no. It's about expanding tolerance. Tolerance for uncertainty, delay, complexity, and growth discomfort. This is why a regulated system can hold more life. Reality doesn't respond to how badly you want something, no. It responds to how much of it you can emotionally sustain. Your world doesn't shrink or expand by chance. It expands when your system is ready. It also contracts when your system isn't ready. That's vibration.